Alrighty guys, day one of practice here on Sam Rayburn. First stop of our invitational. Wind is already kicking. It's supposed to be like 10 to 25. Looks like we're siding on more of the 25 right now, so probably make things interesting out there on the water. We're in a cove right now and it's already kicking, so I'm sure that main lake's gonna be pretty bumpy. Your boat got so far.
Just got that wind too. Everybody just got. I just watched Jack go across that lake.
Was he jumping all over the place?
Oh my! Like a whole bunch of
Yeah, I may throw some bibs on. It's kind of cold with this wind. Alright guys, first fish, 11:46. Just a little spot. Not even he might be a 12-incher, but definitely not what we're looking for. I might pull one off of there. I can see them all down there. Just being real finicky. It's not really the kind we need though. That's a big one. Get out of the brush pile. Oh, son of a gun. Sucker broke me off. This pile. We definitely got a couple fish in this brush pile right here. He's still on there. decent one. A couple boats around me, so that's why I'm kind of being quiet. DAMIKI'd that sucker. Not very big. Non-keeper. Cool that I got him on the DAMIKI though. Definitely got to get better at that. Alright guys, day 2 of practice. Caught like 2 other small ones yesterday after my camera died off of brush piles, so I think there's definitely fish to be caught on the brush piles. I just don't think they're the right size. I think I can probably catch a limit, but probably only go like 8 to 10 pounds, something like that. So today I need to figure out how to catch a couple of bigger fish. I was on my way running to a creek here. I saw a nice little point that stuck out leading back to a little pocket, so I'm gonna pull out a Carolina rig here, toss that out a couple times over this point, see if maybe there's a couple fish set up on it, and then from there I'm gonna head into a creek, scan around. I'm thinking maybe I need to kind of find some hard spots, some maybe some brush piles leading into like spawning areas, and kind of go from there, try to figure out what I need to do to really get a little bit more quality bite. But we're gonna drag around this point here for a minute, see if we pick something up. Got the Guggen trench hog. See if we can get anything off of this. Oh, there's a couple of them right there too. Let's see if I can drag over them. Right on top of them. Let's see if they do anything. Well, that's a good sign anyways. Looks like there's some life out here. There he is. Does he have it? Oh, he dropped it. Oh, he's got it again. Doesn't feel bad. It's not a bad one. 2.5 pounder. Oh, go ahead and eat it. That's a freaking big one. Yeah. Yeah. It's like a 6 pounder. That's more like it. Just under 7. There we go, guys. That's what we need right there. On the hover rig. It's a big one too. Look at that. Choked the hover. Oh no, that was on the DAMIKI. My bad. DAMIKI rig. I'm throwing this one. It's one of those Bass Tricks ones.
Who is it, Bass Tricks? Oh, dude, that looks great.
I just think it looks really natural.
What are we doing with this? It's a new deal, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I had to go to a lighter head to get him to bite.
I'm throwing a 3/16.
This might be an 1/8. I think I might have started with a 3/16, and every time it would get past him too quick.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't caught one no deeper than 10 foot.
It's just kind of annoying knowing that you're gonna have to just look at the screen all day, and it's like, just keep casting at him until you get whatever you have.
I have a hard time thinking I'm gonna do that on that.
Go ahead and eat it. That's a freaking good one too. Alright guys, that's a wrap for day 2 of practice. Got on them a lot better today. Kind of starting to unlock what they're doing. Looks like I'm gonna have to live scope them this week. They're kind of moving back into pockets and creeks, getting ready to spawn, but they're not quite there yet. So they're kind of just out in the middle, in ditches and in little deeper spots around the spawning areas. So it looks like I'm just gonna have to chase them down with a drop shot and a DAMIKI rig, maybe a little jerk baiting. So pretty much just gonna look for that tomorrow, see if I can find a few more areas where the fish are congregated. It really just seems like you pull into one and they're either there or they're not. So just gonna try to find as many areas as I can. There's a lot of other guys doing it, so if I can have the most creeks that have fish in them as possible, so that way if I can get in a rotation, I don't want to get into a bad rotation of just people in all of them. So just gonna try to find as many as I can within kind of like a general area of the lake. So really it looks like it's gonna come down to a big bite in the tournament. I mean, got that one big one today and I probably had 17-18 pounds, but without it I probably would have only had like 12 pounds. So that big bite's gonna be key for us this week. What do we got going on this morning, Flint?
Oh boy, it's been a crazy practice. Yesterday my transmission went out on my truck, so Christian put me in this morning while my truck's getting fixed. I'm gonna try to figure out a few bass, and yeah, I don't know. we're just going with the flow.
Luckily we got a ramp right down the road from where we're staying, so I'm gonna put Flint in here real quick and then head back to the Airbnb, pick up my boat, then put my boat in, and then we'll do the same thing over again this afternoon. Last day of practice. Hopefully we can find a few fish today. Let's get Flint in the water here, go get my boat, and get to practicing. All right, final day of practice here, guys. I think I'm gonna mainly focus on kind of fishing these ditches that run back into little coves and spawning areas, stuff like that. May try to do a little bit of scanning out on the main lake, see if I can find a spot or two maybe to drag around. But I think this DAMIKI drop shot deal in the ditches is probably gonna be it for me. Fat little guy though. Choked it. He didn't look that big on the screen, but he's not bad. Alright guys, I got a couple spots that I'm fairly sure I'll be able to catch. Probably 12 pounds, 12 to 14 depending what bites. So I've got about 6 or 7 hours left in the day. I'm gonna try to just look for spots where I think I can catch bigger fish. So I'm gonna open up the deep dive app here and kind of see what it suggests to see if I can get any ideas on maybe what I should be doing. So here's the best areas: lower end main lake. So this is kind of the, let's see, I'm at the mid lake, so I'm actually like in this kind of area right here. I did a bit of practicing in the lower end, but check this out guys. This is the water clarity. So as you get towards this lower end right here, it's pretty stained and muddy up this way. This kind of midsection of the lake is about the cleanest water. So I might work my way kind of over to this section right here where you got some kind of clear and stained water, maybe a couple of these pockets right here. I think this is actually right by the ramp that have a little bit of stained water. And let's take a look at the wind effects. So it actually tells us where we are. So we're getting a little bit of wind into here, which is good, but I don't want it to be like a ton of wind. So see these areas where it's red, that's where you're gonna get a bunch of wind. So I want a little bit of wind for what I'm doing right now, but not a whole bunch. So all of these kind of little pockets down here seem to be getting hit by about the same amount of wind. So I might end up going in and out of a couple of these pockets. Seems like there's a lot of fish pushing back, so I may kind of go in and out, scan a little bit on the outside, see if I can maybe come across a spot offshore off of one of these pockets that maybe some of those bigger fish are sitting on. That's a good one. He wanted it too. Oh, he's not that big. He chased that sucker down. He's not very big actually. Oh, get it. Get it. too. In this creek, I think they're all the same size though. Be nice that there'd be some bigger ones because there's a lot of fish in here. Go ahead and eat it. Got him. All about the same size. Got him. Oh, about the same size, I think. Yeah. There's a little pond on the other side of this bank right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if there's any water in it, but that'd be crazy if there was some fish maybe that got caught in there when the water dropped. I don't know if it's more than about a foot deep in there. It's worth a few tosses. A little bit better. Alright, alright. It's a little bit more like it. Really need high twos to do anything. Let's see what he is. 2.5. If I can get all high twos and then stumble across one big one. The amount of fish in this creek is ridiculous. I think I'd probably better start in here. That's not a bad